Hi everybody, hello and welcome. Welcome to another page, 2 pages actually, on our Concertina Infinity Journal. And it's going along nicely. I can actually see the end in sight. So...
More party, one more special occasion. Do it Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, holidays and weekends. We can have one more party. There's more hell we should be racing. One more party now, one more party tonight.
So let's start, shall we? Let's just get on with it. Right, here we are. So here's our journal. Let's just remove those from behind it. This is actually the sewn version, but it doesn't make any difference. So there's our cover. Then we've got these 2 tags that we made. Oh, I love those. Coming on, we've got the 2 side pockets that we made. Then we've got the 2 flippy floppy envelopes that we made. Oh, I should tell you at this stage that actually I did go ahead and do what I was meant to do, and I put some journaling paper in there. Oh yikes, that's quite a tight fit. There we are. So it's just a piece of paper folded over in there for journaling, just to give us something to journal on. That's quite a tight fit. That's tighter than I'd like. Let's just check the side of this pocket. So doing remedial work as we go. Oh, in you go. That's it. That's it. Lovely. So that's down in there, and that's... So now we've got a bit more journaling on that page with that inside the pocket, the envelope. So there we are. And then moving along, we've got the back cover, which I haven't done anything with yet. Look how dirty it gets. Then this, I have literally stuck 2 pieces of paper down because I thought I was going to do something different today. But they're done and ready for us to build on. This one, yeah, they're probably my favourites. I love these ones. But, you know, it needs stamping or something on here. And then here we come. This is the last of the pages now. I mean, obviously these 2 need pockets or something in them, but these 2 are the only empty ones, completely empty, yep, that we've got. So let's do them today. That's what I say. Right, so for that I'm taking 2 pieces of paper, printed from the kit, whatever kit you're using or whatever anything you're using. So I've got 2 that are identical, and let's work on one side first. That's always easier. So because I'm printing mine on A4 and the thing is letter, I've got these 2 bands, white bands down each side. So let's just cut those off first and see what we're left with. Oh, Mr. F made vegetable soup yesterday, and you know, we're just about trying to get into summer here, so it's kind of not the thing you make in summer, but oh my goodness, it was delicious. So I'm having it again for my lunch today. Right, so I need to cut this off at the appropriate height, which should be 6 inches, but let's just take it from the measure of the book itself, which is there. And I can probably see it more clearly on this side than I can on that side. So let's just trim that. Yeah, once again, loads of stuff on my desk. I can see it there, that's okay. keep that. I don't know what I'm going to do with all my remnants, but you know, I'll keep them in a remnant box somewhere. So that should be just about right, which it is. Okay, so we're just going to make one. I call these page pockets, and you'll have seen me do them before plenty times. So what I'm going to start by doing is, I'm going to score in 1/2 inch and fold that back. I think this is right. I've done a prototype with this. Still can't find the bone folder that goes with this, so 1/2 inch. Fold that over. There we go. So I can safely glue this down now. If I could remember where I put my glue, would be a really good help. Oh, it's here. It's gone slightly discoloured because I've got a pin in it. I just need to get my glue stand thing, my gun, to Mr. F so he can clean it, and I keep forgetting. So you know. So let's just fold that down, and then I'm just going to cut out at the halfway mark a little thumb notch on this one, so that measures 6 inches. So I'm just going to mark it at 3 and get my 1.5 inches. I think it's 1.5 inches. Yeah, 1.5 inches. And take a little thumb notch out. Still within that fold though, I don't want to go beyond the fold. There we are. So I'm going to ink down here now, and then I'm going to take that to the sewing machine and sew that. So all around the thumb notch, like that, that's fine. That's great. So I'll just take that to the sewing machine, which is in the other room, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so there we are. We've got, all I've done is just sewn around there. So what I want to do is make a pocket, and I'd like that to come to about there, I think. So I'm going to make a mark just short of the spine there, which is there, and I'm going to score that because I want that to fold. Let's see where we are. Where's my mark that I just made? There it is. Well, let's do it this way then, it's probably a bit easier. There, I think. Okay, so just because of where I've scored it, I'm going to fold it that way first and then back this way. So that's perfect. Now the next thing, so that's going to go there snugly up to that spine but not over it. And now I want to fold this bit back in on itself. So I'm going to make a mark there where I want to score that, which is about there, I think. And oh, that's not exactly on one thing or the other. Let's just move it that way a touch. So it's still square at the top, right, okay. I'll give you some measurements for this in a sec. Oh, Mr. F's cleaning the windows. So once again I'm going to have to bend that one that way, then bend it back. Okay, so that all fits in there very nicely now, and that really is our page pocket done. And it's going to fit onto there. I'm going to sew around it, it's going to fit onto there, and then we've got a whole page that is a pocket. And how easy was that? I'll give you some measurements now in a sec. I don't really need all of this paper down here, and truth to tell, it's not exactly square either. It's not far off, but enough to get on my nerves. So as long as it comes beyond that point, you can cut it off or not, you know, it's entirely up to you. I'm just going to glue it down. And just remembered I've forgotten to measure it for you, but so I'm going to stitch mine, so I've just remembered that, so I'm not going to go right up to the edges, otherwise I'll get glue in my machine. So fold that back on itself like that. Right, let's do some measurements. So this flap now measures 2.5, so it would have been 3 and we folded the 1/2 inch in, so that now from that crease to the end is 2.5, and then from that crease to this end is 3 7/8, so it's just a bit less than the 4, and of course it's 6 inches tall, and that's going to go like so. So just need to do a bit of inking and a bit of stitching, and then we're on to our journal card or whatever we're going to put in it. I'm just going to go along there just in case you do see it, because sometimes you do. So that was nice and easy, wasn't it? But effective. I love page pockets actually. I always think they look really nice. So there we are, and there it is. So what I'm going to do now is stitch all the way around it, and then we'll be left with that pocket. So I'll be back once I've done that. So there we are, there's our 2 pocket pages all sewn round, and it's now just a matter of gluing them into place. So I'm just going to use Floral just in case I need to move it around a little bit, you never know. So I hope everybody's doing well. This is our second nice day in a row. What is going on? I can't help but feel by the time it gets to the weekend, well, we're kind of there now, it's Friday, but over the weekend we're going to get some sort of storm or something. Payback time. But it was gorgeous yesterday afternoon. We could leave the door open for Catkin to come and go as he wished. Did get into a bit of a skirmish yesterday actually with Kit, Jimmy's cat from next door. Ooh. Let's just open this up a bit. Ooh, not that way. That way. Yikes. Stuck my hand in the glue. So get that right on the page, which is there, I think. Lovely. Flatten that down. There we go. So I'm just going to stick this other one on. So there we are. There's our 2 page pockets. That goes like that. that goes like that. So you can see we've got them opening outwards, which is the way that I like it. Because if, you know, I keep saying this, but if you've got your journal, wherever your journal might be, I don't know where I put mine now, you'd be ferreting around here trying to get it out, whereas there it's much easier. So that's that. So now we need to make the journaling cards to go in it, and for that I've looked at a piece of craft card. This, strictly speaking, isn't craft card, it's card that is craft coloured, but it's near enough. So I want these to go in easy. Whoa, there goes my pencil. Come back. So I want them to go in easily, and I'd like it to be about there and about there-ish. So I'll give you some measurements for that. It is 5.5 tall, and I might have to revisit that, it might be a bit tall, by just over 3.25 wide. So let's take the height off first. I'm getting my rotary cutter out for this because sometimes craft paper can be a little bit thick. There we go. Seeing as I've got this out, I might as well cut that off as well. Let's just make the other one the same. I love my Timmy trimmers. I love both of them equally. This is great for jobs like this that are need a bit more oomph, and the little precision trimmer is absolutely fabulous. I adore it. So this might have dried a bit now, so we can see if these are going to go in or not. I think the height's probably alright. No, I think I need to cut probably 1/4 inch off both, to be honest. So that measures, oh well, let's make it 5.25, and let's make this 3.25. Let's try that. So 5.25 by 3.25, and we'll see what it's like. Hopefully this should be okay. Time will tell. Yeah, that feels much better, and I like where that is now. Yep, that's great. Who asked you to join the party? Not me. That's perfect. I like those. That's great. So let's get those decorated up. Right, so I need my messy mats. This is just stained. It's stained now. Really, a new one wouldn't be a bad idea, but none of the stains come off, so we're all right. So I'm going to use ground espresso. Do the same old tricks. I'm going to do the two together to save wasting ink, really. A little bit of water. Water is a scarce commodity in the craft room. I haven't got very much. There we go. and I'm really kind of going for the edges. Yeah, that's great. I'm going to have to put a bit in the middle because it looks a bit odd. There we go. Same with this one. Yeah, there's not so much ink lying on the thing now. But that's okay, that's alright. I don't think I've got very much on there. I don't need to worry about that unduly. So I'm just going to dry those off. I'll see you in a sec. Ooh, there we are. Don't they look lovely? So what I want to do now is try, and I really don't know if this is going to work, but I want to try some tea dye on it, which is a much lighter colour and maybe too close to the craft colour. I don't know. It's possible, isn't it? Time will tell. A little bit of water, which is all I'm going to get out of this bottle, I think. Okay, it's a much more orangey colour, this. Oh no, I think that shows up quite nicely, actually. Yeah, that's alright. It'll dull down when we dry it, of course, but heighty-ho-ty, be what it'll be. By the time I come to the second one, I'm always running out. But no, that looks good. Yeah, I think I just need some in this centre section. If I can find some somewhere on this. Yeah, a little bit. That's great. So I'll just dry those. So there we are, and I hope you agree they look really, really nice. The tea dye showed up better than I ever dreamt it would, but okay, onwards and upwards. So it's time to do a little bit of embossing. And this time, I don't want the embossing to be really prominent. I want it to be kind of in the background. So I'm going to use the Tim Holtz embossing glaze in antique linen. It's like this. And those of you who've used this before or have heard of it or watched anything about it will know it's translucent. So whatever it goes over, you'll still see that underneath. And the other thing I want to talk about is this, which I can't remember where I got it from, either Ali or Timu, I think. And somebody asked me the other day in the comments, what is a pounds pot? What does it do? Why do you use it? Well, this is the pounds pot that I have. It's basically talcum powder. I think it is purely baby powder. And it's got a brush nozzle there that you brush over your work. And what it does is stop your embossing powder sticking to anything else apart from the wet stamp, because otherwise it may stick onto bits here thinking this is ink that's supposed to be embossed. It just gets rid of the static. So I'm just gonna, let's do one at a time, take this and just brush it all over here. And I have had good results with this, so I'm hoping it works again. So brush it all over and then pop that back in there. And I'm going to use the Tim Holtz embossing ink, and I'm going to use the Tim Holtz butterfly stamps. So that's a nice one. That's a nice one. And there's a very small one here that isn't a Tim Holtz one, but it's nice. I don't know if it still stamps out nicely, couldn't tell you, but there we have it. So, I need my stamping platform. Where are you? Okay, where are you? I had so much rubbish on my desk, it's really, really ridiculous. When I finish this page, I'm having a tidy up. Because I can't, oh, it's right there. Because I can't work like this. I find it, I don't know, just stifles the creativity, I think. So, oh, it doesn't want to stick, I don't know why. It's quite clean. Stick now. And I'm actually going to take the embossing ink to the stamp and give that quite a good coverage. Hopefully that's enough. And I'm just going to bring it in off the side of the page a little bit, like that. Well, I hope that's enough. Let's put some embossing glaze on there. And this, as I say, I just want it to be in the background, so be interesting what happens. I think that's okay. I don't think we've got any sticking to anywhere else. Lovely. So just put this back in the pot for the time being. And I'll stamp another one, taking care not to touch that because I don't want to disrupt that until it's time to stamp it. Are you stuck? Not very well. And stamp this one. I think my embossing pads, this ink pad here, which is ostensibly glue, isn't it? I think it's coming to an end. I've had it quite a long time. Okay, so let's stamp that one down here. Give it a good firm press. Oh, what am I doing? I was trying to sprinkle that onto there. Let's turn this over, otherwise it'll stick to. That looks quite good. Sorry, I'm sure you can't even see this. I'm talking to myself here, aren't I? And you know what? I think that's probably quite enough. Don't think we need any more. So let's heat emboss those, see what gives, and hopefully it'll be kind of what I'm looking for. Okay, so they've gone, they're embossed. I hope you can see those. They are there, they're just in the background, which is exactly what I wanted. And then don't forget, once you've used your stamps, that you must clean them off because that glue just sticks on it. But what I want to do now is take one of the butterflies from the butterflies from Sweet Pea Creations, and I'm going to stick that in the centre. I'm just going to ink around it first. So this big butterfly should hopefully bring the little ones out a bit, Just put some ink on it. No ink on your dauber, it's just stupid. And I haven't got room to set these up, you know, to put any dimension behind them because they're going to fit in that pocket. So there we are. So let's glue that down. Whew. It's always such tension. There we go. Let's put this pin back in here. Right, so where do I want this? Kind of central. Right there. Does that look central? I think so. I think so. I'm going for it. I'm committing to the sticking. There we are. So you can still see those two in the background. You can see the inky background. And I just want to now cut off my corners. Well, actually, I need to back this, I think. What's the back of that one look like? Well, they're quite clean. And they are quite thick. They'll be alright. I think we'll be alright. So I'm just going to use my medium sized corner rounder. There we go. And then I want to ink around it. So back to the scorched, no, that's ground espresso, scorched timber. Ink around that. And I'm going to stitch around it, but apart from the stitching, that's it. So I hope you can see what I was aiming for there, just something in the background. So I'm going to go and complete the other one and stitch around them, and then I shall be back. So here are my two journaling cards, and I did actually back them. I just thought they looked unfinished, so I backed them just with paper actually, because the card was thick enough. But I think they look really nice. They're lying flat. Excellent. So let's just hope that they fit in the pages. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So that's that. So there we go. Another double page spread done. Very nice. Like it a lot. So let's just check through again. So this is the front. Done. 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 Back still needs doing. Let's write back on there so we know. Back. And then as we go through, yes, this double page will be next. This needs something on it, whatever that may be. Done. Done. Excellent. So we just need the actual back and which two? The first two, isn't it? These two done. And then the actual thing is finished. But we do need to then think about our journals and what's going into them and whatever. I think I've got two of those somewhere. I don't know where. Is that one there? Yeah, this one. this one as well. So where they'll go is there, where the wide spine is. So there, and then, can't believe we're talking about the journals already. Wow. And there, where the wide spine is. So that way. And then our journal's beginning to look like a journal then. Look at it, it's gorgeous. So a bit more work to do before we get to that stage, but not too much, not masses. We've broken its back, as you might say. So, right. See you next time. It's exciting, isn't it? See you soon. Take care. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now. Bye-bye.